The INFJ personality type is known for their moral high ground, as well as their understanding of human behavior. And while these qualities allow us to look into the courtesy and common sense the INFJ displays on a daily basis, what does it have to say about the things this type would never be caught doing? What actions do the INFJs avoid at all costs? Welcome back, psychos. Before we get into it, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed to our channel, as well as to click the post notification bell so you never miss a video. Alright, let's get right into it, starting with number 1. Faulting others for their own struggles. INFJs know they have a unique approach to the choices they make in life. They feel compelled to follow a more unorthodox way of living, and just because of that, are expected to hold a certain grudge towards other people and society itself. In fact, even within their own personal lives, this type comes with their own struggles and issues that they apply to their platonic, family, and romantic relationships. However, one thing for sure, no matter how much it may look like someone else is behind the difficulties an INFJ is facing in life, they will always resort to analyzing what they did or didn't do to contribute to facing those struggles. INFJs know they have the power to either improve or impair their current life experience. The choices they make have a huge impact, causing a rippling effect into their future emotions and life satisfaction. They know that the choices they make or avoid making will eventually catch up to them. And so, rather than pointing the finger or blaming others for their dissatisfaction in life, INFJs will look in the mirror and question what they can do, because at the end of the day, they can only control themselves. Number 2. Intentionally contribute to chaos and disorder. Known to be one of the less spontaneous and confrontational types, chaotic environments serve to be one of the INFJ's most powerful kryptonite. With the need for a calm and consistent equilibrium in all areas of their life, this personality type struggles with being their normal laid-back selves in any environment that displays unruly disorder. And so, when it comes to social disputes, relationship issues, or mayhem in the workplace, no matter how intense, the INFJ will never be the one to add fuel to the fire. In fact, through their ability to de-escalate some of the most heated disputes, this personality type will likely be the one behind the scenes trying their best to mediate others' emotions while validating their arguments. While this can, at times, seem as if they're playing devil's advocate, or in some circumstances seem like they're being two-faced due to their avoidance in choosing sides, they don't use other people's perspectives against them. They avoid drama at any cause and will turn a blind eye to it if they think their intervention will cause more harm than good. Number 3. Arguing others' belief systems. Speaking of the INFJ's conflict-avoidant approach to social interactions, this personality type believes they have no business in how others should live their lives. Rooted in their profound and ever-developing understanding of the vastly different human experiences each individual will face in their lives, this personality type doesn't try to push their beliefs onto others. No matter how much faith and confidence the INFJ has in their unique perceptions, and despite all the ways they think their beliefs would help another person, they would never be caught telling someone that their perspective on life is wrong in any way. While they have no issue opening up about the reasons behind their own personal belief system, should someone show genuine interest, INFJs would still find a way to keep their explanations open-ended. They always want to portray their understanding of the world as indefinite and pliable, leaving others feeling comfortable to share their agreements as well as their opposing interpretations. Although this type is never intentionally trying to change another person's mind, they do want to leave others with a pondering introspection that allows them to consider other potential understandings. Number 4. Depending on others. There's no questioning whether or not the INFJ is considered stubborn when it comes to doing things on their own. No matter how much another person's skills could help this personality type achieve what it is they've set out to achieve, INFJs have a serious problem with asking and receiving help. In fact, the only time it feels comfortable for them to accept assistance from another is when they're in the process of learning to do it themselves, or when they know that through the help, the other person will feel fulfilled. Although this overly self-sufficient approach can serve to be one of the INFJ's downfalls when it comes to creating proper relationships, friendships, and community with others, it does allow them to avoid becoming dependent on other people. In fact, one of the INFJ's most significant fears is to burden others with their wants and needs, leading them to do whatever they can to gain the knowledge to do things on their own. Even when life becomes so chaotic that they find themselves on a one-way fast track to emotional and mental burnout, they still can't help but to take on their overwhelming responsibilities independently for the fear of seeming powerless and incapable. Number 5. Cutting corners to gain power. Perfectionistic and organized by nature, if there's a project or goal that the INFJ is expected to complete, you can bet that it will be done in pristine and punctual deliverance. Despite their habit of procrastination and self-critical behaviors, the INFJ personality type loves to be relied on for their skills. However, their underlying need for recognition and approval has nothing to do with gaining power. In fact, this personality type much prefers to remain behind the scenes rather than being the face of success and influence for others. Because of this avoidance of dominance and control over others, they'd never be caught being the ones to cut corners for the sake of advancements. They'd never resort to overlooking their morals or skipping essential steps in the process in order to produce unethical but successful results. Ironically, while the INFJ tries to avoid participating in unethical operations at all costs, they wouldn't be the one to tattle on someone else's dishonest practices up front for the sake of not contributing to the existing chaos and disorder. Number 6. Manipulation of any kind. If INFJs wanted to, they could be master manipulators, with the ability to get under someone's skin due to their innate capability of collecting and storing information. In fact, since the INFJ is such an attentive and genuine listener, most people feel compelled to share some of the more vulnerable parts of themselves, allowing this personality type a look into who people really are at their core. Through these verbally communicated stories, experiences, and insecurities, combined with the INFJ's own observations, this type automatically forms a judgment that could essentially be used for manipulative purposes. Luckily, however, this personality type instead sees each individual through a compassionate and sympathetic lens. The deeper the vulnerability someone offers this type, the more love and appreciation they have for that individual and their journey. Because of the INFJ's extroverted feeling function, they not only understand one's traumas and past lessons, but they feel them as if they've experienced them in their own life. This makes manipulation or ill-intended use of that information not only hurtful to that individual, but also to the INFJ themselves. And lastly, number 7. Forget who they are in an effort to please someone. Due to the INFJ's need for helping others, they can come across as quite the people pleaser in certain circumstances. In fact, it's all rooted in the very habit of perfection and their inability to accept help from others that they feel so obligated to be the yes man in most aspects of their lives. Not only will they go to the end of the earth and back for those who have proved themselves worthy of the INFJ's efforts, but they will also pick up the slack of those around them out of unexpressed frustration that others may not do it as well as they can. However, counterbalancing this at times out of control need for pleasing, this lone wolf personality type holds the need to cooperate with their own authentic identity to avoid getting carried away. An example of this would be the INFJ pushing themselves to socialize, more for the sake of keeping up with an extroverted partner. However, sooner or later, the INFJ will find themselves feeling distant from who they really are. INFJs know they require adequate time and space for recharging and reflecting, and eventually they'll have to choose to cater to that innate quality over pleasing their partner. Well, psychos, that's it for today. So, let us know in the comments below of something you would never be caught doing as an INFJ that we failed to mention. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a video.